people in. So thank you everybody for joining our Zoom popcorn training. If you haven't yet, please put your district and your unit number in the chat so that we can keep attendance for the training. I appreciate everybody signing on and learning a little bit about the popcorn sale this year. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. If you do have any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll definitely go down through them and answer them here as soon as we get through the presentation. So starting out with the Trails End popcorn sale, if you haven't signed up yet, there is now a link on the screen. If you haven't signed up, you can use your phone to pull up that QR code and that will take you straight to the page to be able to register for the popcorn sale. Hopefully everybody has registered already. But if you haven't, please definitely jump on there and get registered for the popcorn sale. The popcorn sale is going to help you with your ideal year of scouting. It's going to allow you to plan your program. So listing your activities and adventures you want to do, holding brainstorming sessions with your families, maybe even add a new trip or a camp out for excitement. There is going to be a Trails End budget tool to assign costs and expenses for these. That's going to allow you to add in your camp, your registration fees, your advancements, and your unit dues. That form will both be available in your leader dashboard, and it is also going to be available on the council website at lhcscouting.org/popcorn. It's also going to give you an opportunity to provide a monthly calendar of activities to your family so that they're aware of all of the fun you're going to be having. Nothing's going to help keep scouts involved in the program, like letting them be able to see all the fun things that you're going to do. It's also going to help you to set goals. So you'll be able to have your total program costs divided by your unit commission, and that's going to give your unit a sales goal. If you divide that unit goal by the number of scouts, you're also going to get scout goals. But most importantly, popcorn is going to help the unit to raise money to be able to commit to achieving the unit's goal with one fundraiser. And less time fundraising is more time scouting. So if you do a really great job with the popcorn fundraiser, you won't have to do a whole lot of other fundraisers and you'll be able to go do all those other fun programs that you've been planning. Some of the best practices are going to be to, of course, set your goal so that your unit has something to aim for. So plan your unit's ideal year of scouting using that form. It is going to have the goal setting tool, which is available in your training resources. Again, that's available on the council website. A big note for this year is that the unit goal is required to reserve storefronts. When you first sign into the leader portal, it is going to ask you to set a goal. And you'll need to do that before it'll let you to reserve storefronts. There's 3 ways to sell. Those have not changed from prior years. So you're still going to have storefronts where you're going to be able to set up tables at high foot traffic locations. The scouts will be able to sell to customers coming in and out of the stores. One of the best practices is 1 scout and their parent per shift. It's going to allow them to make the most sales during their shift. You can also sell online, which is going to allow you to sell virtually to family and friends by sharing their fundraiser page. Best part of that is the product is going to ship directly to the customer. So if you have a family member that lives in a different state, you don't have to order the popcorn and try and get it to them. It'll allow it to ship straight to them. It's also one of the safest ways to sell because everything's going to be done online. You don't have to worry about anybody if they have any type of illnesses or anything, not being able to be around the general public. And then you're going to have your wagon sales, which is more of the traditional door-to-door sell. A best practice for that is bringing the product with you. That's going to avoid having a second trip to deliver. It's also going to give you the best opportunity as the person's buying right then, and they'll be able to enjoy their popcorn right then as well. And the scouts can record undelivered orders in the app. So if they're not delivering the popcorn right then, they can mark it as undelivered, and that'll remind them that they have to go back to deliver that product. In the unit portal, the leaders are going to be able to manage the entire cell in one place. They're going to be able to invite their scouts to register and manage their scout roster. It's going to allow them to easily set their unit and scout goals. This is also where you order popcorn. It's going to give you real-time reporting of your sales. So if your unit is out on the doing a storefront, you'll be able to see exactly what they're selling. So you know if you need to try and take more inventory to them. It'll allow you to do unit-to-unit transfers. Now, if you're transferring from one unit to another unit, there's no council assistance needed. It'll be as simple as putting in the transfer request, the other unit accepts it, and it'll transfer the inventory directly to them. And this will also be where you schedule and manage your storefront shifts. For the 2025 storefronts, They have 670,000 hours available at 7,000 locations for all of their units across the country. But every hour is going to have a $300 potential based on the foot traffic and the trained scouts. Now we are past July 24th, so you are able to go on and reserve unlimited storefronts for your scouts to go out and sell popcorn. The storefront efficiency, so the updated reservation time was at 8 p.m. So we're past that for that. Like I said, a goal is required to reserve storefronts. So if you haven't done that yet, you will be prompted to set a goal whenever you first sign on. It'll also give you some guidance on the storefront hours needed to reach your goal. So if you tell it you want to earn $10,000, it is going to break that into how many storefront hours you would need to hit based off of that $300 per hour average. One of the things that they are doing now is the units who reserve a storefront, if they do not have any scouts signed up for that reservation, it will auto release the hours on Thursday at 8 o'clock for other scouts to reserve. The reason that Trails End went to that is simply because 38% of the weekend hours that were claimed in 2024 were not used by any scouts. So they're trying to make that more efficient. And if a unit takes the hours and doesn't have anybody signed up to go sell, they're trying to eliminate no shows, which is definitely going to help everybody. The 2025 storefronts, they're going to have more opportunities for them to secure locations. The shifts with 0 scouts for the upcoming weekend will be released on Thursday at 8 p.m. for everyone to claim. So make sure your scouts are signing up for those shifts. And the main reason, again, that they're doing that is because too many shifts were no-showed in 2024. And this is definitely going to help with that if there's no scouts signed up for the shift. The Trails End app is going to be the point of sale system. It's going to be save time and be easy to use. It's available both on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. It's going to be how the scouts are going to track their sales and their inventory. It will also allow them to sign up for storefront shifts. It's going to allow them to accept credit cards. As a reminder, which has been the same through previous years, all credit card fees are paid by Trails End. And the tap to pay is going to be able to be done now instead of having to have a credit card reader for that. Now, if the card is not accepting tap to pay, you will still need a card reader or to enter in the information manually. Going from the dashboard, it's going to have a single screen for all of the scouts' key actions, whether that's making a sale, setting their goal, seeing their rewards, turning cash to credit, reserving storefront hours, their sales data, orders, online sales, and they are going to have training on there for the scouts as well, right directly in the app. For the online sales, share is going to be the primary option for the scouts. It's going to allow them to send out their page to their past customers, text, email, and social media. And the scouts are actually going to be guided to personalize their page with new empty states to help them get started. So it will have an option to add their scout story, to add photos, to make that page a little more engaging for the people that they're sending it to hopefully support them in their scouting journey. In the app guides, so whenever you first sign in, like I said, you must have a goal this year to reserve storefronts. It's going to have a page right when you sign in on the leader dashboard that it's going to say to set a goal. Let's dream big. Whenever you go to set your goal, it is going to let you know if your goal was lower than last year. It's going to allow you to also adjust your goal to maximize your storefront, and it's going to help you to pick hours. It's also going to have a fundraiser checklist that is going to be there to help you to set your unit up for success. So whether it's completing your storefront settings or inviting your scouts, it's going to give you a little checklist to help make sure that you're successful. For the Trails End Online, it is going to have redesigned scout pages. They're really going to be focusing on the scouts and their story. And it's going to allow consumers to share the scouts pages with their networks as well. So once the scout sends out the page, family and friends will also be able to share it with their networks to help that scout gain even further reach. This is going to be a quick demo of the tap to pay. This is one of the features that I was the most excited for because it is going to allow units to accept Google Pay and Apple Pay. So you should be able to hear this video.
And on iOS, it then gives me the option to use tap to pay, which is what I'm going to select. That opens up the tap to pay functionality. And I'm going to hold up my card. it's completed that payment and authorizing approved. And now my order is confirmed.
So once the tap to pay is finished, it is going to give them an order complete screen that'll let them know that that sale went through. That is going to be a nice feature for the cards with tap to pay, or also people who are paying with their Apple Watches or other mobile devices.
And
Okay. The Trails End rewards, the rewards have changed a little bit this year. The Scouts are still going to claim them from the app. Instead of only having Amazon as their gift card option, they're going to be able to get an e-gift card from several different stores, whether it's Amazon, Target, prepaid MasterCard, also some of the ones that some of the Scouts are probably going to like, such as Nintendo, GameStop, Lego, and Xbox. The Scouts can actually split their rewards across multiple gift cards. There's no approving, receiving, distributing, or replacing prizes. Once the sale is over, you'll be able to release those and you're not going to have to hand them out. It will go directly to the Scouts email address. There's uncapped levels to incentivize top sellers. So the more the Scouts sell, the more that they're going to earn. And an exciting new part is the Heroes and Helpers bonus points, which is going to be an additional 0.5 points towards their rewards for their Heroes and Helpers donations. So the products and pricing, remember, you are not selling popcorn. Anyone can go into the grocery store and buy a bag. Most likely, if you're doing a storefront, you might even be in front of a grocery store. You need to change your mindset to, with a donation, you will be helping me attend summer camp, day camp, whatever that it may be, and they can pick something from the table. Never, never ask the customer to buy popcorn. It's to support the Scouts. And always remember that even if the customer says no, always say thank you and tell them to have a great day. We are Scouts, so we still want to make sure we are acting Scout-like. The product lineup this year, they've made it a little more simplified, with most of the products actually being $20 bags. They were supposed to have a different product, but they're still going to give us the microwave butter popcorn, which I know several people were very excited for. So we'll have a little bit of a different product lineup. One of the pluses that they will have, and one of the ways they simplified it this year, was 4 out of the 5 products are going to be $20 to make it a lot more simple for the Scouts to remember the prices, and also to save some of those errors where somebody rung something up under the wrong price. The Heroes and Helpers, that is always wonderful because it goes out to help our active military veterans, police, fire, and EMTs. All donations should be turned in to the Heroes and Helpers program. That's how they purchase the popcorn that gets sent to those Heroes and Helpers. And the Scouts are going to earn an additional 0.5 point for their donation. So even with a cash donation, the Scouts will earn 1.5 points towards their rewards. Credit has always given an additional 0.25 points. So if it's a Heroes and Helpers credit card donation, the Scouts will actually earn 1.75 points towards their rewards. The council sale dates, these are going to be on the same council website at lhcscouting.org/popcorn, or you can also take a picture of them here. Of course, we are on the August 5th popcorn training. As a reminder, this Friday, August 8th, the first orders are due. So if you haven't placed your order yet, please make sure you get on there and do that. And those will be available to pick up on August 23rd as our first distribution. There is going to be a link going out for people who are trying to do show and sells on that August 23rd, where we're going to be looking on the 22nd for some help with sorting. So if you'd like to help with sorting, please check the Kernel Journals. There's going to be a sign up page there. The people who come out and help us sort can also take their product with them whenever they leave on the 22nd. We're going to have another popcorn training in Zoom, along with the first switch orders are going to be due on August 29th. So if you have somebody else from your unit who wanted to attend this training and wasn't able to make it today, or somebody else in your district, there is going to be another training on August 29th. All of the other dates will go through there, with the sale ending with the final pickups on November 15th. And the final popcorn payments being due on December 5th. Orders not placed by the due date cannot be guaranteed. So we're really trying to prevent from having to short people on product. So please make sure that those orders are in by the due date. We can't really order the product to make sure we're not shorting anybody if those orders aren't in on time and they're being made late. The pickups are going to be again at Corrigan Moving Systems, which is the same location it was at last year. which is right at 740 Commonwealth Drive, right in Warrendale. Spin to Win is going to be on December 7th. The location was to be announced, but we actually just secured the location for the Urban Air in North Huntington. So that location is going to be being released everywhere, but that is going to be the Spin to Win location on December 7th. The commission is going to look very much like it did last year, with the base commission being at 30%. For completing a show and sell, your unit will earn an additional 2%. If they participate in an online or door-to-door sale, it's an additional 1%. And if they increase the sales by 10% over 2024, they'll receive an additional 3%. Now, they must have sold in 2024 to be eligible for that extra 3%. Same special reward as last year. So for the units who really go out there and sell a lot and hit 40,000, that unit will actually earn 40% commission. Now, that does override the other increases. So if you sell 40,000, you're going to be topped out at the 40% commission. And same as always, the online sales are always going to be 30% commission. So this support page is going to have the phone numbers for your district executives as the sale is going on. If you have any questions or if you have any issues, please reach out to your district executive. They should be able to help you by answering any questions. And if they don't have an answer for you, they should be getting that answer and reaching back out to you. So I know we had some people here from Eagle Valley. That would be Nick Obbitz. I believe I had written down we had some people from Japechin. That is going to be Justin Schmiedel. Anawanna Trails is going to be Drew Manko. So please take your district executive's name and their phone number if you don't have it, and make sure that you reach out to them if you have any questions. There is also going to be the Trails End support page. Now that is also going to give you are going to have access to that through your leaders portal as well. But that QR code will take you directly to that support page. That is going to be a great place with some frequently asked questions. There is going to be the Trails End popcorn community for their Facebook group. Now that one can sometimes confuse people a little bit because that is units from all over the country. So some of their commissions may be a little different than ours, or some of their best practices may not be things that we do so much, but there will be some great feedback on there as well, along with the council support, which would be through your district executive. If you're not getting a hold of them, you can also email and call me, and I can bother them a little bit to make sure they're reaching out to you or potentially help you with your question. The final Facebook group under the council support is going to be our LHC Colonels page. If you're not already a part of that page, I definitely recommend scanning that QR code and joining that Facebook group. Several of our colonels that have been there in the past can tell you there will be units where if they need some more product or if they have too much product, they'll post on there. We tend to post reminders of the dates and everything that's going on, along with just posting general posts about what is going on with the popcorn sale. So that is probably one of your quickest and fastest ways to get information about the sale or to even ask some of the experienced colonels for some help. And I appreciate everybody signing on for the popcorn training today. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to see if there was any questions that need answered.